Hey guys, thanks for joining us for another episode of America's Next Top Model. We're going to talk everything from Gina and Rio being against the entire house and everything shenasty in that nasty walk. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
These throwbacks.
Yeah, yeah. Hit it.
On the phone.
Yeah, yeah.
You're telling all your friends.
Yeah, yeah.
Nigga don't understand.
All right, guys, this is episode 10 of America's Next Top Model, Cycle 24. Beauty is real, and I'm your host, Ashley Allen. My beautiful co-host, introduce yourselves.
Hey, I am Mina Wahab, and you can follow me on Instagram at Mina Makes Magic.
Hey guys, I'm Oliver Drennan. Blue Steel.
Ooh, I like it. All right, guys, so let's talk about what is your initial feeling of this entire episode. There was a lot that happened this episode.
Well,
What'd you think?
It was cool that they went on castings or go-sees. I've been waiting for that because that is a staple in the top model criteria.
Yeah.
For sure. But it was kind of lackluster, don't you think? It was
Okay.
it was kind of like not my favorite episode of the cycle.
I feel like it started off that way. It definitely, something about it felt like an earlier episode. Like,
Okay.
they didn't go as crazy with the photo shoots and stuff, but I liked it a lot just because we never really get to see the models interacting with casting directors and all, so
Yeah.
that was, like, really cool and different. And I was surprised that, Gina didn't get anything because
I was too.
You know, even though she says, like, I don't think it's cocky that she says she has the best walk. She literally has the best walk. When I was
Yeah.
watching everyone, I was like, wow, like, her walk kills it, like,
Yeah.
in comparison to everyone else's.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, Rio has to win 2 of these things. I would have liked Gina to win one of them.
Yeah.
But
I was surprised by Rio winning, too, although, like, she's still one of my favorites. I just thought Gina for sure would kill it.
I like this episode. The only thing that I disliked, or I'm not gonna say dislike, I just wish we would have seen more of like a real casting type of situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And kind of the girls almost on their own. So you know, like in past seasons, how they would go and have to, you know,
Navigate through the
yeah,
city.
by
I kinda-
themselves.
yeah, because that's what it's really like. So that's what I wish we would have saw. But I mean,
It's
hey,
very
Yeah.
sugar coated. It's like, okay, group 1, group 2,
Yeah, 'cause
you're gonna go.
you don't go on
Yeah.
castings with your friends. Like that would be
I
fun
just-
if you go on
it
castings
did
with your
feel,
friends.
yeah, it did feel different. I remember there was like an episode way back when with, you remember Kenya?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they were like lost in like this totally different
Oh.
place, and they're trying to navigate
Yeah.
the
Happens all the
entire
time.
surroundings,
in
like
Africa,
trying to figure out.
that was their
Yeah, they were in Africa,
their,
South Africa, Cape Town.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm
I
surprised
love
you guys remember that. Yeah, yeah,
Dude,
it was a
you
long
know,
time ago.
I'm
But it's just
addicted.
like they almost feel like spoon fed a little bit.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
a little bit.
Well, it's definitely the easy way because I mean, like I said, you definitely don't get to go on castings with a group of other models, and usually you don't have a lot of time to get from one place to another. So I don't know.
It was easier for the cameramen. They don't have to like
It
follow the
was.
girls around
Yeah.
It
Rome
was.
or Africa or anything like
But
that.
I do feel like in some respects it's more difficult being with a group of girls because you're constantly comparing yourself to how the
Yeah.
other ones did. Like that would be psychological warfare in my mind. Like
It is,
just
but-
let me go by myself and judge myself. I don't want to like judge myself compared to how other contestants are doing.
But I also think that it's a testament and to see how strong you are mentally because when you do go to these castings, there's a room full of beautiful girls sitting there waiting for their turn as well.
Yeah.
Like you don't go to a casting just by yourself. So, you know, you have to be able to be mentally strong and not be able to judge yourself or be able to look at a girl and say, hey, she's pretty,
Yeah.
but I have a just of a shot as she does. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's a life lesson, I think, in itself.
Yeah.
Well, a career lesson in itself. So, the first challenge we saw the girls meet with 3 designers, and the prize is whoever books the challenge. They get to walk in the shoot, walk in the show, and they get to keep a look from the designer that they booked with. I liked the variety of the 3 different designers. What did you guys think?
Yeah, I think Kuntz, he had like a very like denim, kind
Yeah.
of like rugged, kind of almost like thrift store in a sense. But like
Distressed.
I'm all about that thrift store life, okay?
Yeah.
And like he likes clothes that are like worn, it feels very comfortable, and I love just the aesthetic of his designs.
Who was the last one? The one where Gina was wearing something where it was like, it felt like a bikini.
Maggie Berry.
That was my favorite. And
That
the
was my
outfit
favorite,
that
too.
Gina was wearing, oh, she looked so good in it. Like, she totally killed that entire look. That's why I was, like, shocked. It was like, really? You didn't choose her?
I thought she would have definitely booked that one for sure, too.
Yeah.
And that was my favorite designer. If I could pick a designer to walk in the show, I would definitely pick the Maggie Berry show. Yeah.
Part of me was like, did Christiana not get anything because she's plus size and like the clothes were a little I don't know, I was a little surprised because she usually kills everything.
She was under the radar in this entire episode.
Yeah.
Definitely. It was definitely more so Shanice, Rio, Kyla, Aaron.
It is possible that maybe the designers didn't have something to fit her. It's very possible, but I just think that she just wasn't the strongest person. She does have a good runway walk, but I don't think she was the strongest.
They did say something about Gina drowning in the clothes, and I think
she did.
I think part of the reason also they showed that in the episode was to show that Gina's so tiny and short, and I never even noticed that about her until she was standing next to everyone else, and I was like, oh my god, she is really short in comparison, but she's so beautiful and like slender, and she moves really well and gracefully.
And that shows that how good of a model she is, that you never even realize how short she is, because it's all about your posture and how you present yourself, and she does a really good job of that for being her height. But I also think I knew she wasn't going to book the Band of Gypsies show because the clothes are pretty big and flowy, and it just wouldn't fit her body shape and her body type. So,
but the last one she should have.
The last one she killed.
Yeah, she really did kill that one.
Yeah.
I like that Kyla got something. I was surprised that she did, but at the same time, I was like, like that's like she's kind of like one of those fresh-faced models.
Yeah,
you know?
She won Band of Gypsies.
Yeah,
she did.
And it makes sense for her.
That was like, I loved her long hair. She had like a hat on. Like that was like her aesthetic for sure.
Yeah, that was the perfect one for her because, like you said, she's very tall. She's very lanky, and the big like flowy clothes really fit her body type.
And I feel like she can also do like natural makeup really well. There's just something about her features that really stands out, and she's so marketable, like for young people. I feel like if I were like 16 looking at her, I'd be like, oh cool, like I
just wish that she knew what to do with her face. Like, she really frustrates me because she's so beautiful, and like Tyra said, you see all of her beautiful features, but she doesn't know how to work them. She doesn't know how to work her body, so that all comes with practice in the mirror. So
she doesn't realize how beautiful she is and like what she has. She's got the goods. She just needs to use them to her best ability because she can do it.
But, and it's very easy to do different looks on her. Like, she's just like this blank slate that you can do anything, and you can she can change her looks
she can be
easily.
a chameleon for
she
sure.
Really can.
And I was happy that she did win one of the things because she needed that boost. You know, she kind of has been falling, and I'm like, oh great, here's downfall of Kyla yet again.
Again. So we saw Rio. She won Chris Mana, and she won Maggie Berry, and Kyla won Band of Gypsies. And I think the one thing that I really did enjoy also in these go-sees is that the girls got a lot of encouragement. They got a lot of advice from the people on set, and I think from some of the other models. Don't you guys think?
I thought it was pretty good advice, but you know what would be even better advice?
What?
Okay, there's this really cool podcast with, our favorite Maria Menounos. It's a great way to, have fun, learn, and grow in all areas of your life. And it's called Conversations with Maria Menounos. It's a podcast edition, and it's hosted by our AFTERBUZZ TV founder, Maria Menounos, and it drops every Friday on iTunes. So basically what it is it features celebrity and influencer interviews along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of life, from health and wellness to career and relationships, finances, and more. Let our Maria be the big sister you never had, kind of like our version of Tyra Banks.
Exactly.
So, just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free, you guys. This is totally free. You're definitely going to benefit from it. So be sure to rate and comment. And when you do, let Maria know it was us who got you there. So Conversations with Maria Menounos, podcast edition. Check it out.
Yes. Maria always has good advice, good tips about everything.
Yeah.
She's been in the business for a long time. So
I've loved her forever.
knows.
And especially, I don't know if you guys have ever seen her on Dancing with the Stars, but she killed Dancing with the Stars when she was on.
We love Maria. It's free. Like you said, it's free. You guys go watch it, listen.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Since when do you get free career advice?
I know. I need that career advice. I need that financial advice. I need that boyfriend advice. Like, ooh.
We need it all.
She is our big sister for sure.
Yes. So I really enjoyed the photo shoot looks this episode. What did you guys think? So they did the photo shoot for
Paper Magazine.
Paper Magazine.
I thought it was so okay. Here's the thing: I loved it, but I also think that it was so unbalanced in terms of some people got the best like makeover ever and the best transformation, and other people I really felt like got the short end of the stick with
Okay.
that.
Who do you think got the short end of the stick?
So I don't think you guys are gonna agree with me, but once we like start going through the pictures, I definitely did not agree with the judge's decision that Rio should be #1 for best photo. I was like, what? Like, where did that come from? And this is coming from, like I say, every time I'm like, Rio.
Yeah.
I love her so much, but it didn't do it for me the same way Christiana's photo turned out.
Okay.
Like, I felt with Christiana, it was like this total transformation and it was super edgy. And I don't know, but like with Rio, I didn't feel like it was that 1950s-ish. It just,
Well, I can totally see where you're coming from. Like, it's kind of unfair that everyone had something different to portray because, like, you know, one girl could have this to portray and she does horrible, but another girl has something to portray that's completely different.
Yeah.
But she excels so great. So it's like, well, if I was given that, I could have totally done that, and vice versa. You would have been horrible. So that's kind of unfair, but it was cool seeing like the versatile looks that everyone got.
Yeah. I like that everyone had something different because at the end of the day, no one model assignment or one cover is the same. So you have to be able to pull off whatever look that the creative director gives you.
Yeah.
Because it's your cover, it's your look, and you have to make it work. So I did love that. First of all, I love Paper Magazine and how different and how edgy and how editorial it is. So I really enjoyed all of the girls' looks, actually. So exiting out, which girl is your favorite, but which look was your favorite? Which look would you guys want to wear?
I would want to wear Kyla's look.
Kyla's? Okay.
I think they did the best job with hair and makeup, but like Tyra said, she kind of fell flat. With Christiana, if anyone else did the transformation Christiana did, I don't think they would have done as good of a job as her.
Okay.
Like, that was an insane transformation. Like, she killed it.
Yeah.
Is there any way to pull up the picture?
Yeah.
We have all the pictures, girl. I got you covered with that.
Let's do it.
What was your favorite look? Which one would you want to wear?
Christiana's with the black sleek hair.
I really don't know.
She is a Russian princess.
I think I would want to wear Christiana's look as well.
Oh my god, like how good does that look? I don't know why it feels very 90s to me. Like one of those like edgy catalog.
No, I see what you're saying.
It's very like it's just so clean and like elite. Very professional, but then also that androgynous look. Like it just
very
reminds me of the 90s.
Strong, single, female, independent.
And her
it's just
eyes
very
are piercing.
Simple, very clean. Like she's not doing too much, and her pose is very simple. Like just from head to toe, it's great.
Even her pose is like masculine and strong, but there's still like this like sexy, sultry feeling with it. So it's both. Like she really did the androgynous thing well. Like even in her face, like those, she just has like these amazing angular features, but she knows how to accentuate them even more in the way that she's posing. So.
Yeah, and I do think that she had one of the biggest transformations this week for sure.
Yeah,
because looking at that,
she's unrecognizable.
Yeah, looking at that, you wouldn't really recognize that as Christiana. You're like, oh, who is that? Like, who the heck is that? And you're like, oh, wait, that's Christiana.
I would literally think that's Brendy K. Like, if you asked me who is that, I'd be like, Brendy K. Like, I wouldn't even recognize, like, who this is. So
I really like the black hair. Like, it really sets it off. She really takes well to black hair. I wasn't sure, I couldn't really picture her with any other color hair, but I do actually like the black on her.
I think the blonde makes her look really sweet and cute and approachable and very commercial, like very bubbly. But the black is just like, damn, like Eastern European, like super high fashion. Yeah. There's just something there that...
She definitely has a face that can, like... work a lot of makeup and different hair.
Very malleable.
I'm getting Angelina Jolie vibes.
A little bit, yeah.
From this is, in my opinion, this was my favorite photo.
Yeah, this was the best photo.
You agree?
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
All right, let's move on to, let's do Rio.
Rio.
It's Rio.
50s dream girl.
Yeah.
Well,
I liked it. It was cute. I agree with
She
you
looks
that it's
like
not.
a deer in headlights.
I
right
agree
there.
that it's not the best photo of the week, but I like it. I like the photo.
I like it too, honestly.
It's very Paper magazine.
I think it was.
It is Paper magazine for sure, but I just feel like, and this wasn't her idea to do that face. That was, the director being like, give me a surprise, like 60s look or 50s look, and she did it, but it just looks so like posy and. I don't know. I just really don't like it.
It
like
actually
she's
looks
so
a little
pretty.
80s. It actually looks a little 80s. And
Because of the earrings.
I think it definitely does look a lot like Stacey McKenzie. And it definitely is something that Paper Magazine would do. Because Paper Magazine is kind of like, and he is the editor for Paper Magazine. And I think it is kind of like a parody almost. Not a parody, but I guess kind of like very
Like you're wearing a costume.
Very campy with some of their covers. And I do like it, and I don't think it's the best photo of the week. Yeah. But
it makes sense for the magazine for sure. I just don't see it as like this super, like the most amazing transformation where I'm just like, wow, and dumbfounded. This is more like, I can see this being Paper magazine. I just I'm not in love with it. And I think she's done so much better. That's why I was a little shocked.
Well, I think it fits Paper magazine. I love it. It's not my favorite photo of the week and not my favorite Paper magazine cover this week, but
it wasn't
it's
even
a strong number 2 or 3 for me.
It was not even in my top 3. Like it was not even. It was more in.
I will say that Rio had it easy this week just because she only had to work with the face. She didn't have to. They were literally just photographing her face. If you notice during the photo shoot, so that was like easy for her. But top 3 for me.
The thing that's a little surprising though, which I am slightly impressed by, is usually with Rio we see a lot of edge and kind of like smize, like fierce, and this was like a little softer, and we don't really see a lot of softness from her. So like in that way it was impressive, but other than that I'm just kind of like,
Okay, let's move on to Gina, which is another one of my favorite looks. Definitely a Black Swan vibe.
This is literally a number 2 for me. Like, this is really good. This is really, really good.
Yeah, her features, her jawline, her nose, everything about this photo.
It's just so different. Yeah. And she definitely got, one of the best. Like, even if Christiana did this, she would kill it too. But this is, like, made for Gina. This look is made for her. Yeah. Like, she always impresses me.
I kind of wish they would have stripped her down though, because like I want to see the baldness of her. I want to get rid of like that crown. Like I wanted it to be kind of like more a little bit more natural.
But they always overdo the baldness. They always play to that. Like this is the first time they kind of put something on top of it.
Yeah, but that's kind of like, I don't know. If it's a bald beauty, like I want to see the that was her thing that they gave her, bald beauty. Like take the crown off. I want to see the baldness that she is like freaking rocking week after week. But it's beautiful. Like it's definitely in my top 3 for sure. Maybe I think it's my second favorite of the week. Yeah. And I love her lips. Like they totally accentuate the makeup.
They're so pouty without them being like.
She just has great features.
She does. Yeah.
She's crazy.
You can do anything to her makeup wise also.
Yeah. Like, and I like how they made her skin pale so you can really see like the lips and the eyes and everything.
Everything stands out.
Yeah.
Really
I would shave my head to do this look.
She really does look like a swan. Like she has like this beautiful elongated neck and just so graceful. And
so Paper magazine, if you're looking for somebody else to shave their head to do this look, call
Would
me.
you really do that?
Yeah.
You'd shave your head?
Just do the bald cap.
Absolutely. There's wigs out here. Like Law Roach's wig is snatched every week, so shave it off and get a wig, and I'll be perfectly fine.
Oh my gosh, she was so messy at panel this week. He was calling out Kyla. I was like, Law, you are messy. Calm down a little bit.
I loved it. I kind of liked it. Okay, let's look at Erin. Let's get into Erin this week.
See, Erin's always one of my favorite contestants, personality-wise, but never photo-wise. Like, I always love her personality, and I'm like, I always root for her because I want her to win, but I'm always like, she's not going to win just because the competition is so fierce and she has like a lot kind of riding against her in a way.
Do you guys think that she overdid it personality wise in the Go-Sees?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She was too much, right?
I felt like it was unprofessional.
Yeah. She was trying to, I think what she was trying to do was trying to appear young. You know, because
Yeah.
obviously she looks 30 to me. Like, she looks like she could be 30.
Absolutely.
She's 42, but I think she was trying too hard to come off as youthful to like the designers, and I was like, oh my god, girl.
Yeah, and she's again, I've been saying from the beginning, she's one of my favorites, but I think she took what Law was saying literal. Like, yes, go in the room, have energy, have personality, but that doesn't mean like come in there like, ha, you know what I mean? So she just did a little bit too much.
Yeah.
This photo, I don't hate it. I think the makeup is a little too harsh. This is one photo where I actually feel like she looks her age. And I almost feel like it's the
like she's
shadows.
playing a character.
Yeah, it just
It feels like when you watch those like really fun rom-com movies, and they always have like those flashback scenes where literally all they do is put on a wig on a person and change their hairstyle to make them look like it's a flashback. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I get that that's the look of, you know, that they're trying to go for, but maybe, I don't know, it just kind of ages her a little bit.
Something about it reminds me of a Tyra photo, though. I don't know
They
what.
said that this was her first shot that they took.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first shot of a film. And she just looks like very bored, like she's not ready. Clearly, this is her first shot. And
It does look like the cover of an R&B 90s album.
No,
like it totally looks like she's a singer, like with spunky personality. Like it's something
like
that
Aaliyah
I would see.
or something.
Yeah, it kind of does, but it doesn't look like a model shot. It just looks like I'm in character playing. I'm a singer, whatever. Like,
so what do you guys think about, we'll use Erin since she's right here, about a model getting a great photo or a good photo on their first try and the rest of their film being trash? Do you think that's worth being sent home for? Do you think that person's just having a bad day, or is it just like the luck of the draw?
If the first photo is good, though, part of me is like, does that just mean she's getting bad direction from the people telling her what to do? Or is it that she doesn't have a range in terms of what she can portray through the shots she's doing?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I feel like people want to see diversity, but I also feel like some photo directors can't direct.
Yeah. Tyra always gets super excited, like, oh, I loved going through your film week after week. And then, like, for her to, like, fail so miserably.
Yeah.
Because Drew's kind of just sits there. He's just kind of like, oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. No shade to Drew, but that's all we see. That's all we see that's being edited on this season.
I don't know. It almost feels like he's just kind of like he wants someone to like give it to him perfectly, but he doesn't really give direction.
I miss the Jays, J Manuel,
Miss J.
Yes. Honestly, I was like
J Manuel.
I was missing
favorite.
them this episode because we saw Law. He taught them the runway, so that was Miss J, and then we're all of a sudden talking about Drew Elliott and like J Manuel. I think of him and like, oh, I just miss the Jays so much.
I
do.
They
did their job so amazingly.
Nigel Barker, you're such a good photographer, and I felt like he kind of gave direction, and he was super hot. So.
I was about to say, you know, he's just more than a good photographer. Very good looking.
We know that it's more than just that.
Okay, let's get into Kyla's picture.
I
love one of my favorites.
Kyla. She's really coming into her own, even though this picture's not good.
Ooh, she looks old in this photo.
She does.
No lie. And like,
she looks like an old lady trying to be young. Like, you know, like those old women that wear like really gaudy clothing, and they're like, I'm so young. Like
they're stuck in their time.
Or like even like in Mean Girls, like I'm a cool mom. I'm not a regular mom. Like,
I like the look. I don't like it on her.
Maybe Erin could have worked this out.
Erin,
they should have switched.
Honestly, Erin would have killed this one for sure. And I think Kyla would have killed Erin's because she has that like spunky whatever.
Yeah, because I think Erin's needed that spunk, that fire, that kind of like presence where she was just very lackluster. And here, this is also, I think it's better than Erin's.
She's drowning in makeup.
Yeah,
like,
the lips are just like
too much for her.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I mean, it is really beautiful makeup, but it's too... I feel like when you have features that are that bold, like doing that much makeup plus the clothing, like this is kind of a no on the costume designer and the makeup artist, because I just feel like you don't do heavy makeup with all this clothing and a fur coat and earrings and like blonde hair. Like it's so much going on that it just looks it kind of looks
Everyone-
gaudy.
You know who you sound like? You sound like Shanasty.
I sound like Shanasty right now.
Let's get into
I do.
Shanasty's picture.
I'm totally criticizing the makeup people.
I was really disappointed that Shanice kept up a lot of drama.
I honestly
this
don't even
episode.
think it was a big deal for her to talk about her. Like, did you see how they put her wig? They literally put her wig right here.
They
Like,
did,
it looked
but
so bad.
like Tyra said, like,
I would
fashion people are very sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
one,
don't
you
even-
have to watch what you
I
say,
don't
and
even
you
think
have
she
to watch
said
how
it-
you say
Did
it.
she say it that rude though?
But I think we also don't know how long it went on, and I'm
Yeah.
sure that there was more things that she was complaining about for Drew to get that upset. I'm sure he didn't get that upset just because she mentioned one thing about the wig. I'm sure it was an ongoing
It was like an
situation.
attitude type thing.
Yeah.
I will say that Shanasty, that's my girl and everything, but she was giving some attitude.
She was.
I remember she said something about like Drew was like asking her, do you know what like a Louis Vuitton is? And she was just like, I can't afford it, but if I win, so you know, remember
It
that
was just
scene?
an attitude.
Do you
She
know-
was
Her
just like,
vibes
but
were
I can
off.
afford it when I win the
Honestly-
competition, though. So I was like, Shanice.
Honestly, when
She
she
is
said that,
mad.
I honestly felt like when she said that, though, it was edited to seem bitchy, but I really don't think it was bitchy. Like, how come, like, everyone, like, okay, let me, like, articulate this in a better way. Like, we're kind of giving her, like, a hard time for saying, once I win America's Next Top Model, I'm gonna afford Louis Vuittons or whatever.
Yeah.
Louis Vuittons. But with Gina saying, I have the best walk, hands down, like, I kill it in that department more than anyone, like, no one really gets mad at her saying it because it's accurate.
Well, I'm not mad at her for saying that. I just feel like her attitude, it just seemed like even if she didn't say anything, she just had this, her vibes were just kind of like off, which was surprising because she's normally not like that. Now, maybe, I don't know if she's felt pressure or what was going on, but she did have
Yeah.
a little...
I do think
But
it
you
was
did,
like,
but
no,
you did
but
see
I
the
do
first
think
look. The first look was so terrible.
I kind of liked it a little bit.
Oh god, it was
I
literally
kinda liked
no.
it.
She looked like a hooker.
It was kind of cute.
Like
the
she,
first,
I like this
she
look.
looked like a hooker in
she
that look.
looked so.
No,
it looked like a Halloween hooker
I
costume.
honestly, you know
that's
what?
what it looked like. I
My
swear
thing-
to God.
In Shanice's defense, I think that she gets really sensitive about her hair. Maybe
Exactly.
that's what it could have been. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why she was feeling like kind of defensive and kind of like angry, maybe a little, shady. So maybe that's why she was upset and kind of
Well-
giving a little attitude because she has psoriasis. So
And
not
plus,
to defend her attitude because she,
Yeah.
she
So does Kim Kardashian, and she was on the cover of Paper Magazine. Okay, guys.
and I mean, plus she knows how the wig is supposed to look. So I totally get and I feel her emotion and what she was trying to say. It's just sometimes there's a time and a place to say it,
Yeah.
and just unfortunately this just wasn't the time and the place, and it worked against her.
And I think that red lip looks awful. She should have kept it nude.
Yeah,
Me being
I like
I
this
actually
look.
think
like
the
it.
lip is good like that, like with the
like
super
it.
glossiness.
Ugh.
It just looks very. What was she supposed to be?
She was supposed to.
A red carpet ready,
Yeah,
right?
red carpet
That was
ready.
her first look.
That
yeah.
is totally not red carpet ready.
No,
but what is that?
She said, well, in her words, it was like 70s, like hooker.
Hooker.
That's
Hooker,
what
yeah.
I see it, but like it's really pretty still.
So
It's tacky, but at the same time,
Well,
there's something about it that's pretty that I like because
I
it's
also,
different.
yeah, I also don't like red lips with blue eyeshadow.
well, I
Like,
don't-
I think that's.
I don't like blue eyeshadow.
I mean-
Period. So
But okay, I usually don't like any of those things, but for whatever reason, I think it looks good on her. I
It
really
does look
do.
good on her, but-
it's like fun and vibrant, and it kind of looks like something for like a younger audience, and I think it goes well with Paper Magazine for
Yeah.
sure. But I just don't like when. Why do people angle their heads like this?
Because then you see their nostrils.
See, I know it looks weird to like see nostrils.
So let's talk about this nasty walk really quick. What did you guys think? I was cringing. My stomach hurt. I was just like, oh my God. And I'm bow-legged, so I get it.
But it looked like she was doing it on purpose. Like she was like just messing with all of us
It
on
was
purpose.
terrible.
It
and
was, it was
oh,
bad.
Come on,
Even
Shanice.
I don't walk like that. I mean, I feel like you could do a better.
Of course I could. No. No, that's why we need Miss J up on this show again
Yes.
to teach them how to walk.
Sachet.
Do you remember there used to be like this contestant that was really pale and had like you know, this brown hair, and I think she had a twin, and she would walk like this, and like everyone's like, wow, she's so she's so edgy and like amazing, but she's literally like,
I think you're combining like multiple contestants.
I swear to God, I'm not even making
There
this
have
up.
been many contestants. No, there was twins. There was.
I will find this for you because
Super
this
tall,
is a gem, and I
skinny.
think she won, but she like literally
I
walks
think you're talking
like that.
You're talking about Anne.
swear.
Anne
Okay,
Ward.
so let's get into the order for so Rio got best photo. Then it was Christiana, then Gina, then Kyla, and then the bottom two was Shanice and Aaron.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Aaron went home, but I think it was time.
Yeah.
I think it was the right decision, even though, like, based on what happened, I don't think it was, but overall, it was the right decision.
In terms of, like, also their progress throughout the competition.
Yeah.
Like, Aaron never really succeeded as much as Shanice did.
Yeah.
Shanice is finally improving, but Aaron was just kind of, honestly,
I feel like Aaron stayed at the same level for most of it, because when you're looking through her photos, I actually thought a lot of her photos were so great, like, looking back on it, especially from last
But she never
challenge.
stood out. That's her issue.
Yeah,
Right.
she was always just,
Shanice
like,
did.
floating over. She
Yeah.
never had the best photo. Or
Yeah,
I
she
think
kind of,
one
yeah.
she
In terms
did,
of the rest of the pack, like, Aaron's kind of on the bottom.
Yeah.
In terms of their performance.
So let's get into some predictions. What do you guys think is gonna happen next?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
Predictions.
Who's going home next week? Mina, you're first.
Who's going home? I can tell you who's 100% staying. No way is, like, Christiana is definitely staying. Gina definitely staying. I think it's gonna be Shanice that's going home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's either gonna be Shanice or Kyla, even though I love Kyla.
Yeah.
I just feel like they've been keeping, I'm kind of surprised at how long they've kept Kyla.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I agree.
she's very hit or miss. Like, sometimes she'll be, like, really great, but she hasn't done anything amazing other than just being really, really pretty.
And
So
that
how's
one
that
photo 2
different
weeks
from
ago.
Sandra?
Yeah.
I mean, Sandra was kind of, like,
Ooh,
gorgeous,
girl, I
too.
forgot about Sandra.
I know,
I was like,
Sandra.
who?
Sandra's my favorite.
I think she still has more potential. She's taller. She has that editorial
It's just
and
that
that
she's
runway
young and
look.
up and coming, that she can easily be trained and molded.
She can. She really can. She just needs practice.
Yeah, the other girls have more experience, but she is, like, this fresh face. And
Yeah.
I just think for sure Shanice is going home.
Who do you
I don't
think's
think
going
that
home?
At all. I don't think.
Really?
No, I think Shanice is still maybe. Well, I think.
Rio's
I would-
definitely staying, so it's not going to be Rio.
I don't know. I think. I think in the preview, I think that Rio was struggling or something. I don't know. I could have. Maybe I'm imagining.
Don't trust the
Rio-
preview.
Rio-
You know they set
Rio
us
has
up.
been so consistently good that I
She has.
can't envision her
I think.
leaving.
Yeah. Realistically, I would say Kyla.
Who's going to win it,
But
though?
I keep saying Kyla, and she stays. I'm
Right.
like, so like, it's someone else is gonna go home.
Okay, so we're down to 5 girls now after this week. I'm gonna say
gonna
my
be-
gut is telling me Kyla's gonna go home
Who's
because I
it-
just don't
who's the-
see anyone else.
Who are the top 2 going to be?
Christiana.
Christiana and Rio maybe.
I was going to say Christiana and Gina.
Me too.
It's going to be
I don't
definitely
know.
Christiana, Gina, and Rio, but I think it's going to ultimately be Christiana and Gina.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with
Those
that.
3, they've been my top 3 this entire time. So I don't know.
I think
Maybe
it-
once we get down to
Yeah.
the last 4.
I think Christiana, Gina, and Shanice for top 3. That's me.
Okay.
Shanice in top 3?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my
I thought
God.
you loved Shanice.
I
You're all
do.
defending her. And
No, I
everything.
like her personality, and I think she's great, but I don't think
Yeah.
she's, like, number 1 or
But I
number
think that's
2
gonna get her
great.
to the top, like to top 3, if that does happen. her
Top 3, but
personality.
that's
but not
happening.
top 2.
Bottom
Yeah.
2 next week is going to be Kyla and Shanice, for sure.
Okay.
Interesting.
They've
I
kind
can
of
agree
been
with that.
weak a little bit.
We'll
Okay.
see. We're putting
Well,
our bets on it.
I want to give a quick shout out to our viewers. You guys are so amazing in the comments on our videos. You guys gave us
Yes.
some information where to get the tea about America's Next Top Model. So do you guys, we follow
Yeah.
all of the
Yeah,
girls on Instagram, and woo, Gina's profile was lit last week.
Yeah.
Tell everybody what you saw on her page.
Her story, well, they were coming for her last week because she was like, I got hit in the head, but they showed the clip there. She didn't get hit in the head. But Gina went off on her story. She was like, I'm going to defend my character. I don't even care. Like, Drew, you told me to take off the shoes. They showed a clip that my head didn't get hit, even though it did.
Yeah.
So she was going off, and I think, rightfully so. This is reality television.
Yeah.
It's gonna paint you in a picture. It's gonna edit you to make you look kind of like stupid and like you're not actually got hit or anything like that.
Yeah.
So.
Because at the end of the day, you know, it is a show and it is entertainment. So there are going to be some things in there that aren't what they seem.
They signed up for this and they got the exposure.
Yeah,
exactly.
You signed the contract for sure.
Yeah. America's Next Top Model is definitely going to protect themselves from any liability, and they're not going to make themselves look like the bad guys. Like, no way. They have so much. They have like such a huge capability to not show her getting hit in the head.
Yeah. And so, do you think like, because she was calling out Drew, she was calling out Antina.
I don't think.
So do you think?
I don't think she's lying.
My question,
she's not crazy where she would just make something up.
That was totally true. This is reality television. That's what they do. They edit you in a certain way. But my question for you: do you guys think that Gina won the competition because she went off on her story?
No, that means she didn't win.
Exactly. That's my question.
That means she didn't win if she went off on her story.
Yeah.
Because if she did, she would be so grateful and like bowing down to the America's Next Top Model gods.
Not only that, but if you won, you should know better than to be on there spilling the inside tea. Like, that's just something you just don't do.
Yeah.
She was not happy with production.
She was not happy.
Maybe she's in Final 3 then and not Final 2.
No, I agree with that.
Hey. Oh, well.
Yeah.
We have some people in our chat. I am Danny Bean says, I'm Team Rio. She made a comeback and she is so photogenic. I totally agree. Rio has been killing it. As we saw, again, this episode, she booked 2 runway challenges. So congrats
I like
to
what
her.
Olga's saying. Let's be honest, though. If Erin brought the drama, she would have lasted at least until top 4. I totally
think
agree.
so?
Yeah. Because they
Maybe.
love the drama.
But maybe not. Look what happened with our girl Christina, green hair.
Oh, no.
She brought such good drama, but she was
no.
she was gone real soon.
I'm glad. I couldn't take her voice another episode. I'm
the
so
most
sorry.
condescending, whimpering voice ever.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so a little bit more news and gossip. Recently, we saw Rio and Erin.
Ooh.
I like that. We saw Erin and Rio grace the runway together. I believe it was this past weekend here in LA. It wasn't LA Fashion Week, but it's some sort of fashion show.
Yeah.
And they were pretty much looking like twins. They both have shaved heads. They're both blonde. They held hands as they walked down the runway, and it was to die for. I absolutely loved it. Can we bring up the photo so our viewers can see the 2 lovely ladies gracing the catwalk together?
That's so surprising. I wouldn't have guessed, or I wouldn't have predicted Erin to do that. You know, put the Rio on. I was like, okay.
I'm telling you,
different.
I think the universe is saying, Ashley, shave your head. Like, I'm getting so much inspiration. Look at that.
If you shaved it, would you do it blonde like them, though?
I would. You have to make a statement if you're going to go short
I'll
like that.
shave my head too, guys, to match the
This
shirt.
is the
Let's
Rio
do it.
challenge. This is the Rio
Well,
challenge.
Yes.
Ashley's like, let's do it, and then I come into the studio with my head shaved. Like, I didn't get the memo, Ashley. What the hell? What are you doing to me?
So that's Erin over on the left in the silver, and Miss Rio on the right with the gold. They both look absolutely beautiful.
Damn.
Yeah, they
I'm
look so
loving
good. It makes her look so much younger, too.
It
does. And she has 4 kids. Like, there's no excuse.
Her
I gotta get in the
is very
gym.
youthful, too.
Oh my God, she's serving.
Yeah.
I love it.
They look good.
So.
Like, I can't. Wow, that's not Erin. That is someone else.
That's somebody else. And if you guys go on Instagram, go to either one of their pages and you can see the actual video. And I mean, when I say they were serving,
Yeah.
loved it.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to watch like the special. That was after tonight's episode.
Yeah.
So we would have to like watch that later. But
Yeah, so come in our chat and leave comments, and we'll go back and forth with you guys about the special, and of course continue to drop tea, continue to drop information in our comments. We do read and we love you guys' comments. So we wrapped another episode of America's Next Top Model.
Woo!
it's coming to
I
an
don't know
end.
what my life is going to be like when this show ends. I mean, I always look forward to this. So.
I do.
And
It's a nice little escape.
We'll be so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least we have a few more episodes left, so we'll be around for a little while.
See?
All right, guys. I'm Ashley Allen. You can find me on all social media at Ashley Reed Allen.
And I am Mina Wahab, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Mina Makes Magic.
Yes, guys, and I'm Oliver Drennan. Follow me on all social media platforms at Ollie Dreamer.
Yes, we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.